Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between hills and fields, there lived a donkey named Jadu. Jadu was clever but also incredibly stubborn. His owner, a poor farmer named Rahim, relied on him to carry merchandise to the city to sell and provide for his family. Each morning, Rahim would load goods onto Jadu's back, and together they would set off on the long road to the city. But Jadu had a trick up his sleeve, or rather, in his hooves. He disliked the hard work of carrying heavy loads and walking miles to the city. So, whenever they passed by a small pond on their way, Jadu would suddenly stop, pretend to stumble, and fall into the water. The goods would soak, spoil, and become useless. Rahim would have no choice but to return home, sparing Jadu from completing the journey. Day after day, this routine continued, and Rahim grew frustrated. He began to suspect Jadu's clever ploy. One evening, Rahim hatched a plan. The next morning, instead of loading heavy sacks of grain or vegetables, he filled the sacks with cotton buds, light and fluffy. Jadu, as usual, played his trick. He stumbled dramatically and fell into the pond. But to Jadu's surprise, something unexpected happened. The cotton absorbed the water like a sponge, becoming heavier and heavier. When Jadu tried to stand, he found the load unbearable. His legs wobbled, and he brayed loudly in distress, but there was no escape. Rahim watched with a knowing smile. "Now, Jadu, you'll learn the consequences of laziness and trickery," he said as he helped the donkey out of the muddy pond. That day, Jadu carried the soaking wet cotton all the way to the city. It was the most difficult journey of his life. From then on, Jadu stopped playing tricks and began doing his work honestly. Moral of the story: there's no shortcut to avoiding hard work. Trickery and laziness might seem clever, but they often lead to more trouble in the end.